Let's speak about Entheon Biomedical Corp, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today we're going to be speaking about one very interesting company. Entheon Biomedical is pioneering a leading-edge addiction recovery solution that harnesses and optimizes the therapeutic potential of the DMT molecule. They exist to invert the addiction recovery ratio, turning the untreatable case and lost costs from the norm to the exception. So very simply put, my friends, they're trying to use DMT in order to treat addiction. And that's exactly what we're going to be speaking about today. Now, I want to make it clear from the start, guys, this is indeed a sponsored video. We're speaking about this company right here, Entheon Biomedical Corp. You'll see there on the CNSX. They have a market cap of about 42.5 million. They were up 8.43% yesterday. They're down a little bit on the monthly chart at 9%. On the 6-month chart, they're up nearly 50%. And if you go back to the yearly chart, they're actually up 200%. So all in all, been a very good performance from this company. I'm going to treat this analysis as I would any other company, my friends. We're going to have a look through their website, okay? We're going to have a look at Kevin O'Leary, a name that a lot of you guys will be aware of, why he is investing in this sector as a whole. We're going to have a look at the investor presentation. We're going to have a look at this recent acquisition that we only found out literally a few days ago. And we're going to have a look at a few facts and figures in regards to drug addiction, just to see how important companies like this really are. So my friends, right before we do get into the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? It's a very interesting company. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about them once you've watched this video. And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. Also, if you are interested in joining my private Discord group, that is the first link in the description, my friends. In there, you get access to all of my buy and sell alerts for swing trades and long-term investments, access to over 50 private channels, join a community of nearly 1,600 investors. I've got 4 free stocks on Webull. That's the second link in the description, my friends. You have to sign up and deposit $100. 2 of those stocks can be worth $3,700 each. So obviously this is a very interesting concept. It's a very interesting company. Trying to cure addiction, or treat addiction I should say, is a very difficult process. And these guys here are taking the route of using DMT. So when it comes to treating addiction, okay, the rate of success is so low that society has been conditioned to accept and even expect failure. I think the large majority of people in life will have seen somebody suffer from addiction at some stage, whether it's a friend, a family member, whoever it is, and you'll all know that it's absolutely horrible. This manner of thinking is both unacceptable and counterproductive. There is a need for an alternative approach that addresses the human cost of addiction for individuals, families, and society at large. So that is what they're all about. And one thing I'd like to say, the CEO, Timothy Cook, okay? I watched a couple of interviews from this man. He has a broad background of leading private ventures in different sectors. One of the interviews I watched, we found out that he lost his brother to addiction in 2019. Timothy, if you're watching this, I was terribly sorry to hear that. And I know you're going to be making them very proud by doing what you're doing. But you can see that the CEO must really believe in what they're doing. He is one of the people who has been heavily affected firsthand by what is drug addiction. And I want to show you some genuinely just scary facts in regards to drug addiction. According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 19.7 million American adults aged 12 and older battled a substance use disorder in 2019. Almost 74% of adults suffering from a substance use disorder struggled with an alcohol use disorder, and about 38% of adults in 2017 battled an illicit drug use disorder. They are insane statistics. And in that same year, 1 out of every 8 adults struggled with both alcohol and drug use disorders simultaneously. That's horrific. This is a market that needs to grow. There is a genuine need in society for companies such as Entheon to do well going forwards. And a lot of you guys will probably be aware of who Kevin O'Leary is, okay? He's on Shark Tank. He's invested in literally hundreds and hundreds of companies down the line. One thing people know him for is investing in a company called MindMed, who is, going down a similar route to Entheon. And Kevin O'Leary himself said he became an advocate for the whole sector. So one of the most well-known investors in the world is investing in this sector right now. So Entheon are developing a DMT assisted therapeutic protocol that will be specifically tailored to address the core mechanisms underlying drug seeking and using behavior. Our chief aim is to provide an effective and scalable therapeutic protocol that will serve as a vital resource for those afflicted with a substance abuse disorder and who are wanting to reclaim their lives. Now, their scientific and regulatory pathway. They have begun the formal process of beginning clinical trials with DMT with a contract research organization partner. They've filed provisional patents in connection with DMT therapy as an addiction treatment and will be pursuing full FDA, Health Canada and EMA regulatory approval. You will see a little bit more on the timelines in that in just a moment. Now, when you go ahead and have a look at their team, I obviously spent more time looking into the CEO. I watched some of his interviews. You'll see Andrew Hegel has a PhD, Director of Operations. The CFO has a decade of professional experience in finance and accounting. Then there are also all of these scientific advisors here. I mean, a lot of study in this team, we'll put it that way. Now, here's their timeline, okay? And this is very, very important to understand if you are looking into this company. 2020, Entheon formed and incorporated. Formation of management team and scientific advisory board. Comprehensive literature review. 4 provisional patents filed in the US. DMT drug agreement with Psygen Labs Inc. signed. Contract for a clinical program with Center for Human Drug Research signed. And Entheon listed on a CSC. Now 2021, this year, where we are right now. Health Canada discussions. European regulatory discussions. DMT/smoking cessation clinical trial at CHDR to begin. This is a very exciting one and could be a large catalyst for the company. And last but certainly not least, the initial meeting with the FDA to outline path for upcoming clinical trials. Obviously, pretty much anytime we speak about any penny stock, okay, FDA approval is what you are looking towards. That is genuinely their single biggest catalyst, 90+% of the time. And in 2022, there's quite a bit going on. A lot more studies, phase 1, 2s and 3s going on. And they are looking for FDA approval as early as 2022 onwards. Now, you know me, guys, when we look at penny stocks, I always like to see continuous news. And these guys have continuous news. Look, January 14th, 12th, 11th, 4th, December 25th, 18th, 9th, 4th, 1st. A lot of news, some of which we'll cover right now briefly. So one thing is this, which is always exciting to see. It's always exciting to see an acquisition. So they announced an acquisition of Hyliion Life Sciences Inc. Now, Hyliion is a biotech company in the business of developing and commercializing a pre-screening test to identify genetic markers predictive of an individual's reaction to hallucinogenic drugs. So obviously very, very important. Me seeing an acquisition like this take place would fill me with confidence. I am very happy to see something like this happening. The CEO, Timothy Coe, says, importantly, it will improve our tools to screen patients for underlying psychiatric disorders prior to undertaking PAP and gather data linking genetics to outcomes. And this is one thing I've been speaking about lately in regards to these penny stocks. If you can be gathering data before you have FDA approval, it's a very, very good thing to be able to do. An acquisition like this makes that even more prominent right now. So that literally came out January 14th. January 12th, okay, they engaged Star Finance GmbH for investor relations. Again, something you really love to see if you are going to be an investor. Now, January 4th, they announced an investment and business arrangement with Heading Health LLC. So they invested $200,000 into this company for a 5% stake. And they have the option to increase their overall holdings up to another 10%. So in the last couple of weeks, we have seen an acquisition and we have seen an investment happen. Very nice to see. And what this does is it provides Entheon with exposure to the ketamine-assisted therapy space, including Spravato, an FDA-approved ketamine product that is eligible for insurance reimbursement. The business arrangement allows access to data pertaining to ketamine therapy and the patient experience. Awesome. Now, what I would like to point out, okay, is that they closed a private placement back at the 25th of December. And this gave them total gross proceeds of about 3.174 million CAD, which let them do that investment and take that acquisition. That is awesome. That is what you love to see. And then this is just one more quite large piece of news that I want to show you guys, okay? They announced DMT drug supply agreement with Psygen Labs Inc. Under the terms of the agreement, Psygen will supply Entheon with non-GMP and GMP quality DMT for upcoming formulation, preclinical, clinical and post-approval commercialization phases under the European Medicines Agency regulatory framework. But you can see that over the last 2 to 3 months in particular, there's been a constant flow of news coming out. So I mean, I love what I stand for, I love the business model, and I really, really hope these guys do well, as I do with a lot of these biopharma penny stocks. And I mean, you can see they have been doing very well over the last year or so. Yesterday they saw another very nice upward move. They're acquiring companies that they should be, they're investing in companies that they should be. They're looking very good. If you are contemplating investing in this company, please do go over to that investor presentation, and again, keep yourself up to date with the estimated timeline and keep yourself up to date with the news that's coming out. And do remember that FDA approval should be coming 2022 onwards. But this year, at some stage, we're not sure what quarter yet, there should be the initial meeting with the FDA to outline the path for upcoming clinical trials. So please, please, please do be aware of that, my friends. But anyway, guys, that was my video on Entheon Biomedical. I do indeed hope you enjoyed it. It's something a bit different. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. If you enjoyed the video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below, and please, my friend, subscribe if you're new around here. And if you are interested in joining that private Discord group, that is the first link in the description. Again, all of my buy and sell alerts, my short-term trades and my long-term investments, over 50 private channels, a community of over 1,600 investors. It's awesome. And if you want those free stocks on me, well, that's the second link in the description, my friends. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.